that offensive coordinator?
Nathaniel Hackett,
trash. So he brings his trash offensive coordinator. Now, Devontae is still a beast.
I don't know. Devontae has looked good in 3 years.
he sucked it up in Oakland. So I'm going back on memory of him with Aaron Rodgers.
He definitely sucked it up after Derek Carr left.
Yeah, he did.
That was just terrible.
He did. But he still got his commercials. But the ownership with the Jets, I mean, this ownership is horrible. It's right there with the Raiders, and we need to make a video on these horrible owners.
Yeah,
no way they supposed to got Zach Wilson.
Well,
and drafted him. That guy, you put too much pressure on him when you draft him that high.
I think like the owner for the Jets has like a young son that's basically the GM.
I think he liked him, or they went to school or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And it's just like he doesn't know the ownership and the general managership. Like it goes down. It's a pyramid. It's literally from the top all the way down is so dysfunctional that it leaves the players dysfunctional. Right. We don't know how much stuff is dysfunctional about that team. We're talking about the same team that got Adam Gase and then traded away Jamal Adams, who was an all-pro safety, for like a 3rd, 4th round pick. Right. We're talking about a team that does this type of stuff. We're talking about a team that didn't give Geno no help, traded Geno. Now Geno's solid.
Right, solid.
And didn't have no contingency plan, but Ryan Fitzpatrick, who they knew was a nobody that could win you a Super Bowl.
Right.
So this is a franchise that has, and I'm sorry, because the Jets have one of the most devoted fans. I got respect for Jet fans.
Fans, yeah.
Jet fans are some of the most devoted.
But they keep paddling upstream.
They always says, we did it in 1968. Yeah. Joe Namath was a dog.
Yeah.
But that is a long time ago. Yeah. You had what, Vinny Testaverde?
Yeah.
And they didn't do nothing with him.
And you had Bill Parcells.
And King Sean Johnson.
So they had some winning moments.
They had winning moments. The Jets had such a strong fan base that they're like the Giants. They won't allow too long of the same crap, in the sense of they're not going to allow you as a coach to be here for 5 years and not do nothing. Right. They're not going to allow that. Right. I mean, even Rex Ryan.
Solid stuff.
Rex Ryan went to 2 conference championships, got fired in 3 years.
So that organization is
they're quick-handed,
right? And it's dismal.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers looked like his history is repeating with Brett Favre. Remember, Brett Favre left, went to the Jets, sucked it up for 1 year, then went to your Vikings and took them all the way to the conference championship. So I know they're gonna cut him.
Oh, they told him, find your team. Whoa,
and that's gonna humble him. That's gonna humble him. He needs to be humble.
Yeah.
Because he's too arrogant.
Yeah.
And that's really why he's never achieved. These guys that got those rocket arms like that, real accuracies, a lot of times their arrogance is what don't let them achieve where they need to go. He'll probably go somewhere now because he's flat on his face now.
Yeah.
And do just like your boy Brett Favre did, and
come in humble,
and actually do something. Okay, so the final one in this conference is going to be
the New England Patriots.
The Patriots, yeah.
Patriots have been having a real rough time post Brady. I've saw a couple of games with Drake May. To me, their backup's the better quarterback. He just was drafted late. He's the quarterback from Tennessee, actually.
Yeah,
Milton.
Yeah.
He's, to me, the better quarterback. May got probably the better upside. Both of them got rocket arms. Yeah. Both of them are pretty big. I personally like Milton more, but I mean, I saw him only against the twos and a little bit of like a regular season games.
Right.
Drake May got the potential to be good. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some moments from Drake. Drake had no offensive talent.
You think they got their coach?
They fired Rob. Oh, they got Vrabel. Vrabel, if he gets enough control of the team where he can build a team how he likes it.
He could.
It's how he does in the draft and it's how he does in this free agency coming up, which really dictate and show me what he can do. If he shows me he gets some receivers, he drafts some line, and worry about
he built that defense for Tennessee,
and he can just really well coach that
defense.
defense.
That offense was too conservative, but He worked the quarterback he had.
Yeah, he had an average to below average quarterback.
Right.
He knew that quarterback was really done.
Right.
So he had to work what he had. He had a superstar running back and a nobody quarterback.
And he had a superstar wide receiver there, and
he couldn't even keep.
And that did him in, really. When they got rid of the receiver, Brown.
Because he couldn't do nothing in the air.
When they got rid of Brown, he was done.
Yep.
And they didn't want to pay him.
And now they wishing they did because now he got 2 Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl win, and he got paid.
Yeah, and he got paid. Okay, so let's talk about the NFC North. My favorite team, the AFC North.
AFC North?
Yeah, let's talk about the AFC North.
Okay.
My favorite one is the Steelers. I like the Steelers.
The Steelers are the most conflicting team ever because do you keep Russ? Do you start Justin Fields? Do you get rid of Justin Fields?
Okay, now
do you throw away Russ?
Right. What about the coach? Is it time for him to get a new ear? You know, the Steelers, they don't get rid of coaches.
I mean,
they flatline.
I think it's just it's time for a new. You can make him like a GM or something like that. Get him outside their coaching room. Don't get me wrong. Mike Tomlin can coach a team to win 10 games or 11 games. They don't need to be winning 10, 11 games. The problem with Mike is
over the hump.
Post that defense started getting old, he
inherited a great team.
He inherited a really great team. He's not keeping with the Steelers' motto. The Steelers' motto is we win by our defense.
That's right.
And
run the ball.
Now he's starting to finally build that defense up. That defense has been really good.
Yeah.
Underrated, really.
Right.
And they've really been a really good defense.
Right.
But now he's like how we always thought about Andy Reid. It was a complete flip. It's just now the offense is completely terrible.
Right.
He can't get a receiver to save his life now.
That was a factory for receivers. The Steelers were a factory.
Yeah, and like just 5-6 years ago, it was all offense, no defense.
Right.
Now he's all defense, no offense. And he's like, it's no balance. It's this or this.
I think you keep me personally because they're going to go with Russ.
Yeah.
For another season or two because Justin, to me, is still not ready for prime time.
He played too.
He played good, and I was on his bandwagon because the dude got legs. I mean, the dude is fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think go maybe 2 more seasons with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
And let Russ see what Russ can do for 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Because Russ can win you games.
Yeah. Russ won 12.
Build that model how they did in Seattle, which is a great defense.
But now they got to find him a great running back. That running back is terrible. Now,
he's not terrible, but he's average.
Najee's all right.
He's okay.
I'll put it like that. Now, if it was me, and if I was the GM, I will find a way to get a mid-first round pick, like trade for like the 10th, and I would draft Ashton Genty. That would be the stupidest, that would be the craziest deal that we do. Because Genty, I don't know, you didn't watch too much college. I did.
Right.
Genty was like...
I know him,
Genty was like a bowling ball, but he was skinny.
Right.
I mean, I've seen 3 people try to tackle. He just slide right through and he running for the touchdown. I mean, he was getting 300 yards off of 15 carries.
Yeah, but running backs, he could do what a lot of these teams are doing now because running backs, you can
get them by committee.
That's what I'm talking about. Get them and then get you a room full of them and see who can be the featured guy.
But the Eagles didn't do it by committee. The Eagles did it by Saquon. We giving you the rock.
But Saquon stayed healthy. But that's another.
Saquon, we give you that rock.
But he stayed healthy. That's another story. But so I think the Steelers gonna keep Russ.
They should. Most definitely. Russ just won 12 games.
Okay.
Now we can talk about the other big boy in the North, the other dog in the North, the Ravens. We can win this bowl. We're getting this quick. Lamar is just gonna stay.
Lamar's gonna stay. but the Ravens need a good backup.
They probably do.
They need a backup because he do get hurt.
He does get hurt. But we do know Lamar is about to stay. All right, next team. The Bengals. Joe Burrow.